Hello, welcome back to my sewing room. If we haven't met, my name is Robyn and I do sewing and crafting tutorials. But today I'm going to show you how to make these adorable little bunny pillows. Aren't they cute? And this one, I made a pocket, a little heart pocket to hold the carrot. And I'm going to show you how to make the bunny with the pocket and how to make these adorable carrots. And I made several of these carrots until I got the right size that I needed that would fit into this cute little heart pocket. Isn't that cute? And then I designed some simple ones like this, or you could get a little fancier and put the little greenery at the top. This one I did with some leftover fabric from my peekaboo quilt, and these I did with some lace. Aren't they sweet? So I'll have a link to my patterns for the carrots and for the heart pocket, and I'll put a link where I got the free pattern for this bunny on, it was a free printable download on the internet, and then I used my Cricut to cut it out to make my pattern. So let's get started and I'll show you just how easy this is. Okay, to get started, I printed out this bunny rabbit on my Cricut and had the Cricut cut it out of some cardstock to use as my pattern. And I'm using the old quilt that I used before that has some holes and stains on it. So I'm gonna cut 2 layers of the quilt, being very deliberate where I want to put the bunny rabbit because I kind of want the flowers on his face and this on his ears. So I'm gonna layer him up something like that. And then I'm gonna take my friction pen and just trace around him. I'm going to put some weights to help hold this down and just trace around him. Okay, now that we've finished tracing our bunny rabbit all the way around, now I'm going to leave an opening right here for stuffing. So I'm going to leave an opening right here, pin the 2 layers together right there, right about here. So you make sure your hand can get in there to stuff up into the ears. So we're gonna start sewing here. We're gonna go all the way around, right on this line, all the way around, stopping right here so that we can stuff the bunny. And just to make it easier, I'm gonna cut this out around the edges, but I'm not cutting the bunny rabbit out. Okay, now I'm just gonna take this whole piece so it's easier to sew. And I'm gonna remove my pin. We're going to do a straight stitch. I'm going to start right here. I've got my needle in the center of my foot lined up with the red dot, and I'm going to line up the red dot with the black sewing line. And we're going to sew directly on that line all the way around, stopping at the next pin so we have room for stuffing the bunny rabbit. Do a fixed stitch or a back stitch and sew all the way around. And do needle stop down to make it easier to turn curves. Move the pin and do a fixed stitch or a back stitch right here. Let's head back to the cutting table. Okay, we just finished sewing it all the way around, but we left an opening right here so we can stuff the bunny. So now we're going to take our pinking shears and we're going to cut around, leaving about a 1/4 inch of fabric. Look how cute. Oh my gosh, I love where the placement of the flowers is with his little nose. So cute. Okay, now do a quick little iron to erase those lines. Okay, now we'll take our fiber fill and stuff our bunny. I'm going to start over there in the ears. Oh, the ears look like a heart. Oh my gosh. I didn't realize that. How adorable. Boy, he's cute on both sides. Love that. take my little chopstick and push that up into the ears a little better. Okay, now all I gotta do is take him back to the sewing machine and sew up this little hole that we left. I'm just gonna put it together and pin it right where I want to sew it up again. Just like that. Okay, I'm gonna head to the sewing machine and I'm just gonna sew right here. Look how adorable. As you're sewing this, to close up the hole, just kind of press down like this so that it's easier to sew right there. And then, oh my gosh, it's so cute. I love it. Both sides are absolutely adorable. And now I want to show you another bunny with a little pocket to hold the carrots. Okay, I traced a heart on some paper and now I'm going to trace it out on these flowers of this part of the quilt because I want to make a little pocket. Take my friction pen and trace the heart. Okay, got that traced. Now we're going to go to the sewing machine. I'm just using one layer of the quilt. Now I'm going to go and we're going to sew directly on this line all the way around. Okay, I started here and sewed all the way around, doing a fixed stitch at the bottom. Now we're going to take our pinking shears and cut the heart out, leaving about 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch of fabric. There we go. And now iron it to remove the markings. Okay, with this bunny, I'm going to remove it from the other piece of fabric. I'm just going to take the top piece with the bunny rabbit and take the heart that we cut out, and I'm going to place it right here, and I'm going to go sew it down from here. Sew from here down and up to here. So I want to be able to fit my carrots in there. Just place a pin to hold this. And I'm going to sew right on the same stitches that I've already sewn the heart and stopping there. Okay, we're going to do a straight stitch. I'm going to start right about here and just stitch on the same sewing line that we already stitched the heart. I'm going to just put my needle right there where the stitches are, make sure my threads are pulled back, and just follow that stitching line all the way around. Do a fixed stitch. Make sure you got needle stop down so you can go around the curves. With the needle, remember where that was, where you want to stop, and do a fixed stitch, and head back to the cutting table. Okay, I finished sewing the little pocket on. Isn't that cute? Now I'm just going to layer this back with the other piece of fabric like that, so the bunny will have two sides, and making sure I got everything lined up again. And now just sew this bunny up just like the other bunny I showed you. Okay, I finished sewing all the way around the bunny, leaving a space here for being able to stuff it. So now we're going to just trim it with pinking shears all the way around. Okay, then iron away the pin markings. And now you know what to do with the rest of this. We got the little pocket here. We're going to stuff this bunny, and then I'm going to show you how to make some cute, adorable carrots to go inside this little pocket. Okay, I drew a carrot pattern. I'm going to cut on the fold here. I'll try to link this in my description box if you guys want to use my carrot pattern. And then I'm going to use this adorable fabric I found in my scrap fabric, and I'm going to fold it. Okay, I'm going to place it on the fold of my fabric, trace it with my friction pin. Okay, And now I'll just cut this out. Okay. Now we're going to place this right sides together. Fold it right sides together like this. Make sure it's even on both sides. And we're just going to go and we're going to stitch from here all the way down to here. Okay, I just finished sewing from here all the way down, and you can't really do a back stitch here because this will get all tangled up in your machine, but I just I sewed all the way down and I forgot to do my fixed stitch at the end, so I just went back and I sewed a second line of stitches to help lock that in, and I did a fixed stitch just before I got to the end right there to help lock in those stitches. So now we've just sewn that seam. Now we're going to turn it right side out. Then I use my little handy chopstick to push that out all the way. Oh my God, I love this fabric. It's so cute. Okay, now we're just going to take and stuff this with some fiberfill. To make it easier to get all the way into the bottom of this, I like to use my hemostat. And I know carrots are orange, but I don't like orange. I like pink. So my carrots are pink. Because my husband said, why aren't they orange? I said, because I don't like orange. I like pink. I like shabby chic colors. So my carrots are pink with flowers. So you can make your carrots whatever color you want. Just stuff this, not all the way to the top because we want to leave some for cinching in like this. Now you could tie them with string at this point or with thread and just leave, I've seen them carrots just like this, but I want to add a cute little detail to mine that is just adorable. I'm going to take this seam tape, this seam binding stretch lace, and I'm going to use this as the little greenery on the top of my carrot. I think it's going to be adorable. I think I'm going to take this, take a piece of cardboard about 4 inches, and I'm going to take my seam tape. I'm going to leave this at the bottom, and I'm going to wrap this 5 times. 1, 5, yep. And then cut this off at the bottom. And now I'm just going to slide it off, holding this at the bottom because these are loose down here. Slide that off. Just put that one back down here like this. I'm going to hold this like that. I'm going to get a piece of string. Just going to get a piece of my string and tie this at the bottom to hold it together. And just cut this off like that. And now just going to take this and plop it down in the middle like that. And I'm going to take another piece. I could use the string, but I think I want to use some more of this seam tape to go around the edge. And I want to tie this where the seam is so we don't see it. Stuff this down in there. Tie this. Trim this off. And just look at that adorable little carrot. Isn't that sweet? Look how adorable this will look in the little pocket. I just love it. It's adorable. Okay, I have another option of how to make the carrot. I have this leftover fabric from my peekaboo quilt I thought would make the cute greenery hanging out of the carrot. So I'm gonna cut some little strips with my pinking shears. I'm just gonna line these up. Cut them in half. And now I want to go and just lay these out here and putting the right side down like this. Is the wrong side up and the wrong side up for these little strips. Leave a space for the seam allowance there like that. Okay, and now I'm going to take my painter's tape and put it right here to hold that in place, so then I can go and sew right here. Let's head over to the sewing machine. Okay, I'm gonna line this up. I'm gonna just sew directly below the tape, just using a straight stitch. Do a fixed stitch or a back stitch and just sew all the way across. I'm trying to sew it right where we're gonna tie the string so it won't show. Do a fixed stitch and we're done. Okay, we finished sewing this all the way across, and now we can remove the painter's tape. And now we're going to just fold this right sides together like this. Put a little pin. Now let's go over to the sewing machine and we're going to just sew right here. Okay, I'm going to remove the pin, line this up, and just sew about a 1/4 inch seam allowance all the way down. Do a fixed stitch or a back stitch. Sew a straight line all the way down. Okay, let's head back to the cutting table. Okay, we finished sewing this all the way down. Now we're going to turn it right side out. Okay, we've got it all right side out. Now we're going to just move these little pieces of fabric out of the way. And now we're going to stuff it with our batting. And I really like using my hemostats to get down in there. It's so much easier. You can put it all the way down in the bottom. And then push the batting down below the seam line so that when we tie it off, it'll have a cute little carrot top. I think I'll use string. I like to tie it where the seam is in the back. There. Look at that cute little carrot. And if you think these are too long, you could trim them off. You can make the little carrot toppers with the fabric. Here's some more prototypes I first started making with the lace trim. You could do that with lace. You could do it with scrap fabric like this. And here's the one I did with this lace. So what would you use for your top of your carrots? There's all different things. I think I might do one with this lace too. That would be pretty with this. You could also keep it simple and just tie off the ends like this without anything else hanging out if you want a more simple look like that. So many choices. Just make it your own. Have fun creating your cute carrots and bunnies. We're all done. Wasn't that fun and quick and easy? I just love these little bunny pillows. They're adorable. And you can try to make them any size you want, because I changed the size with my Cricut to cut it out as large as I could on my 12 by 12 mat. So it was just so much fun. The cute little carrot in the pocket, and you can just change up your fabrics. If you don't have an old quilt, you could just layer some fabric with some batting and just do some simple little sewing quilting on top of it, and just cut it out to make your own little bunny. So sweet. So have fun making your bunnies. I have a link to the bunny pattern in my description box, and a link to my patterns that I made in the description box too. Thank you so much for joining me today. Have a so blessed day. Bye for now.